has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Right.
On the Breakfast Club.
All right, a lot to talk about, a lot to digest. Now, Carisha.
Show. I watched this interview in real time.
I bet you did.
I watched the live premiere. I was one of the 50,000 people watching this live. You hear me?
Now, Carisha interviewed Trina on Carisha Please podcast, and there's so much to talk about. Where you want to start?
I enjoyed it. I mean, it's a lot there. Where are you thinking to start?
Well, let's start with.
Don't start with the P. Everybody talking about the P.
No, I wasn't going to talk about the P.
Okay.
Let's start with Trina. Carisha talking to Trina about allegedly dating Missy Elliott.
Is it true that you dated Missy Elliott?
Oh, Missy, I love Missy, but no, I should have. She's so bossed up with the bag. Like, what? But no, I did. I hit it a lot. People always ask it, but I didn't. I really never dated Missy. Like, Missy is just like a great person. She was a big inspiration to me. Mm-hmm. That was the first person I really learned a lot of from, for real. And I mean, like, what Missy taught me was more so about, like, making sure all your was together, making sure your money was good. Like, she's a different kind of person when it comes to, like, what she knows in the industry. I grew a lot just from that. Always be in a room with somebody that got more than you.
Yes.
That's how you excel. That's how you learn. That's how you stay into this game. If you the biggest person in the room, you got to get in another room. Because that means you have excelled where you are at right now.
And you know how I know Trina was being honest with that answer? Because they were about 17 shots in by the time she answered that question. I was highly impressed by the amount of alcohol both of them were able to consume and still have a functional conversation.
Now, she also talks about her relationship with Lil Wayne and French Montana.
Smoke time.
Lil Wayne or French Montana?
Lil Wayne.
Why?
Totally two different people, two different artists, two different totals, whatever. I was engaged to Wayne in a whole real relationship with Wayne. That's a whole different phase. Like, and me and French, we were friends, so that's a whole different situation. And Wayne and I had a total different relationship. Totally different.
Ex-Lil Wayne, who the 5-star is?
We had just a different relationship. Like, Wayne is just a great person. Like, he's just a real great person. We had no issues. It wasn't he's a cheat. It was never nothing like that. We was just young. I was young, he was younger. And it was just one of the things, like, that was just a lot.
It was legendary.
It was a lot, though.
It was legendary. It was a lot, yeah.
Tiffany Cross, Lil Wayne, and French Montana.
What's option C? Just like Biden. We don't know.
Where's my slate?
Exactly.
Jesus.
But, I want to talk about what she said about Missy, because I do think that's a beautiful thing. When women come together and support each other,
Right.
and it would have been easy for Missy to feel like, we're both, hip hop artists in the music industry and you're my competitor. But instead, she understood there was strength
That's right.
in having a sisterhood. And my advice to women is always share information, share opportunities, help uplift each other, support each other. Because when you look to your left and your right, you want to make sure that everybody around you is doing something dope. And then the dopest position, because you never know when you need that person to hire you for something or to catch you from a fall. So I really like the thing about her and Missy. And it's sad that it's always like, oh, they close, were they dating? It's like, no, they were just a sisterhood, like the Machetes, which is not a gang, by the way.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Now, they also talk about her having children and why she hasn't had a baby as of yet.
Why Trina don't have kids? Did you never not want kids, can't have kids, or you never felt like a man would, like, birth you or your kids? Like,
Well, after 3 miscarriages, I would have had 3 kids. That was a lot for me.
yeah.
I mean, the first one was, I don't think I really understood it too much. I was younger. But then once I got older, and then there was the next one, I was just like, okay, what does that mean? Then it just became a point to, like, 3rd miscarriage. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And it was like, what's the problem? Like, and then when my mom got sick, honestly, I just went into this phase of, I don't even want to have a kid and my mom is not here. Like,
Yeah.
how do I raise a kid without my mom?
Without a grandma.
That's not the happiest thing for me,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Even to this day, still, I'm thinking about maybe I got like 2 years left to have a kid, maybe. In my frame to me, I feel like I'll give myself 2 years to have a kid.
When women have those conversations, now I feel like I'm eavesdropping. That's when I feel like it's too much information. Like, I don't personally need to know that. I respect the conversation, but it's like, that's your business. Trina.
I love that she had that conversation. And I think especially as someone who, I froze my eggs really late. And now in this stage of my life, really trying to go through the process of getting my body right so that I can have children. I really respect that. And when you think about all of the things that Black women in particular go through from a maternal health standpoint, another shout out to Kamala and Kamala Harris for everything she did on Black maternal health. We need to be having these conversations and making them more pedestrian and accessible so people are safe in the birthing process.
Yeah, and I think what Charlamagne said, sometimes, brothers, we got to mind our business because there's reasons that we just don't know, and it's none of our business. I remember I asked somebody that one time on the air, and I felt so bad asking that.
No, we didn't play it.
We didn't play it. We erased it.
It was behind the scenes.
Yeah.
It was behind the scenes that we didn't air it.
Yeah, thank God.
You sounded stupid.
I did.
Wow.
I did.
No, he did.
But I did. No, it was a long time ago.
It was stupid. It was long. It was over a decade ago.
But yeah, it was stupid. But anyway,
very dumb.
That is your rumor report.
And the person said, "Why you ain't having kids? Why you don't have kids? Can you have them out your butt?
Can you have them out your butt?"
Oh Lord.
We'll tell you who was behind the scene. We'll tell you who was behind the scene. It's not funny, man.
No, that was funny.
It was. Who you giving your donkey to? Speaking
Man,
of butts.
4 after what?
Donkey. Butt. Go ahead.
Man, shut up. 4 after the hour, we need Brian Walsh to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with him, please.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club.